All right. Who wants to start on Velma first?
Oh man. Oh,
Have we all
oh
seen it?
man. Yeah,
No, I've seen it.
I saw the first episode and a half. Oh man.
To
I
quote a famous man, I wish I had more thumbs to give this fucking movie a show 4 thumbs down or something like that. I can't remember how
yeah.
it goes.
Yeah. It was that bad. I can't I had some hopes for it because it looked like kind of edgy, but they kind of took the edginess like way too far. And
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what happened in the writers' room. Somebody was like, you know what? I really can't stand fucking Scooby Doo, so let's make a fucking Scooby Doo show. And then they decided to make everything anti Scooby Doo. First of all, there's no fucking Scooby Doo. Where the fuck is Scooby Doo? Where the fuck is Scooby Doo? And I understand it's about Velma, but she doesn't even say like her. She never even said fucking Jinkies, like at all. Um, there's like really like fucked up jokes. Like they make fun of Fred having a little dick, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Oh damn.
okay, like we're doing this now. Like we're making little dick jokes. And then uh, Shaggy is no longer Shaggy, is Norval, which is okay. He's a black dude, fine or whatever. But whoever tried to be edgy about him not doing drugs, you can't do that while trying to make a joke about him constantly not doing drugs. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's not comedy. That's just you're drawing to the fact that this character is supposed to do drugs, but now he's not, and it's fucking weird as shit. Most of the jokes they don't land at all. It just seemed, and the murder mystery part of it was just like fucking dumb too. It was really really bad. This is one of those ones where when people on the right say, "Oh, this shit went way too woke," I think this might be one of those shows. Like seriously.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I saw it. I hate watching it. By the way, too, all of us hate watching it because we've all heard by now that it's not that good at all.
Oh,
Um,
no.
all of us hate watching it. Had HBO bragging about, oh, it's the most watched animated show on a series on our channel or on our streaming or whatever. So kind of be careful what you wish for. Y'all gonna hate watch it into getting a season 2. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has happened on other shows.
It has. So, but here's the thing. Kronos is right. The stuff with Fred and the little dick, it doesn't land for me because you're reminded instantly that these kids are high school students. And so, like, they're also talking about Fred being, not finishing puberty.
Yeah,
They're in
even though he's kind of yoked.
college.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like they said he didn't finish puberty, but he's also yoked. So it's like he had
Yeah.
to have finished puberty to be yoked. So you don't understand basic human anatomy. Fucking weird. Whatever.
And even if there's some weird reason why your upper body did, but your lower body didn't, I'm
Yeah.
not a doctor. Let's just say, let's go with it for a second. It's odd from a show that's about high school kids. And then the other thing is, like, they start off the series with like not
High
only a
school
murder,
girls.
but a murder, but like a high school girls animated locker room scene. You know what I mean? And that's we've all seen Porky's. You know what I mean? On all of that.
Oh, hold on. We have seen Porky. Most of the people have not. That are probably watching the show have not seen
Old
Porky.
dusty motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, American Pie too dated too? Is that too old? Probably.
Oh, that one. I think that one's barely on the cusp because they're talking about remaking it. But I'm like, it's probably not going to fly in today's
Yeah.
climate.
But
that one's
here was my thing. So it's definitely a mature rated show, but you kind of go there like by showing completely decapitated or brains removed in terms of the corpses, and then at the same time you do a shower comedy scene with high school girls, which I get it, but that's censored too. It's not like interspecies reviewers. So you go there on some things, on other things you don't. But most importantly, the writing was just it felt like some stuff that was belonged on someone's Tumblr or bad fucking fanfic or whatever. There is no Scooby, but I'm almost glad that Scooby's not fucking in this. I think that would have brought it even down worse. Could you imagine how poorly they would write Scooby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? If he was in on this. And the last thing I'll say is what's her name? Mila, what is it?
Mina,
Mina Kunis?
Minnie,
No, not Mina Kunis.
Mindy
Mila
Oh,
Kaling.
Kaling.
Mindy.
Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Kaling,
Mindy
Kaling?
Kaling. A lot of South Asian folks are giving her all kind of shade for being real low self-esteem with this, with all of her characters. I haven't watched all of her shows. I liked her on, what was it, The Office,
Off it.
but Velma talking about, oh, I'm too hairy armed and I eat weird food and I'm a brown girl with no self-esteem, but
Seeing
I
all the
really love
trash and shit.
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, eating out of the trash. I was just like, none of this seems Velma. Velma was smart and
Mhm.
quirky and like not this kind of personality at all. Anyway, anybody else see it?
Oh yeah, I watch it too. Like everything you guys say, I agree with. Like they try way too hard to be edgy because like even like the opening scene with the girls in the shower, like they're constantly like trying to be if they're like naked and they're trying to break the fourth wall, but then like they're talking about other shows, like they're talking about like Riverdale, how like there's a scene in that show. It's the show's just all over the place. The writing's really bad, but one thing is really cool. It's the animation. I
Yeah.
that's the one props I gotta give for the
Yeah.
show. The animation is pristine. Like even when Velma has her like panic attacks, like the animation is like beautiful. And I
Agreed.
think all of like the voice work and stuff is all done like really well. But like yeah, the writing it's just horrible. Like the story just like there's even times where it seems like it's gonna get good. It's like okay, there's a little traction going on here, and then all of a sudden just derail it with some stupid ass joke or some vulgar comment or like there's like the scene where Velma like she finds out about her mom, so she tries to be like body positive and stuff like that. But then I just kind of gets derailed because like
Right
somebody's like, "Oh,
away.
you just cover up because you murder somebody," and it's like what? Like it's the show's just all over the place right now. It's sitting at a 6% on Rotten Tomato for audience score, which is I don't know. That might be the lowest I've ever seen before.
That's pretty bad.
I think it's deserved. I mean, honestly, it's just fucking so bad.
Yeah. Here's the other thing too. I didn't have high expectations,
Oh, me
but
neither.
Yeah.
but if you really think back, there haven't been that many bad adaptations for Scooby Doo, whether live action, cartoon series, or movies. Most of it has been pretty fucking great for Scooby. You know what I mean? Most.
And like they have like tons of material they could have pulled from and like built up like Velma character. 'Cause, like you said, like she's like intelligent, smart. Like she's not eating out of the fucking trash can or like
Yeah.
worrying about her like her social status. She's just hitting the books and out there solving crime. And she didn't even solve any crimes in this whole entire thing. She's fucking up. Like she frames people and like the other thing that bothered me too is that like Daphne's parents, they're like lesbians and they're cops, but they're horrible fucking cops. And it's like,
Yeah.
how are you fucking cops? And you're it's just it's so bad. They try to take like the funny stuff from here and there, put it all together, and it just did not fucking work
They
at
even
all.
made a
Yeah.
joke about the lesbian cops because they were like, in every other show, lesbian cops are good cops, and I was just like, are they? Like, I was like, where are they pulling this from? Like,
Yeah.
are all lesbian cops good cops? Like, what the fuck?
I
Dude,
don't know.
they-
I was gonna say, did you see 2020 Scoob, the animated
Yeah,
film?
yeah, I like that one. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I mean, it was okay, but it was. I don't think it was great. There's some of the one of their movies that wasn't really good. I think Blue reviewed it on Cash like years ago. The one, not Zombie Island, because that was actually pretty good. The one before that wasn't. Remember, he said it wasn't that great. It was just okay. I can't think of the
So,
name.
Well,
I know
but,
like one of the recent animations that came out, the animation is really bad looking, but I never actually got around to watching it.
but,
What?
but let me just say this though. Scooby's been around since the 60s. Like that's over 50 years now, basically, of Scooby Doo. You're gonna find stuff that's middle of the
Bro,
road, sure, right?
I'm pretty sure it's more than 50 years.
Yeah, over 60, whatever. But like all I'm trying to say is in general, some of it's more, for little kids. I get that. Some of it's more for like preteen or even teen or even more geared towards adults, but most of it, the overwhelming majority of it has been pretty solid. That's how Scooby Doo has such a fucking huge fan base. Very few people hate on Scooby Doo.
Yeah, because it's stoner. It's the stoner community. Everyone in the stoner community, they love Scooby Doo, and they always make references for it. If you've ever seen the original Jay and Silent Straw, Bob Strike Back when they pick up the they pick up the Scooby Doo band and the
Yep.
whole van is like smoked out and like they're all like tripping and shit. There's a great analogy for them being part of the smoke or the it was I remember back in the day it was like Scooby Doo for like kids, which was supposed to be about the stoner community, and then Cheech and Chong for the adults. Those two like kind of went hand in hand.
Yeah,
But
some
like
of the. Go ahead.
in the whole Scooby Doo lore, they never really say that Shaggy and Scoop are out there getting high. It was just
Exactly.
kind of
It's
implied.
But
it's
actually,
very if you're an adult, yeah, it's like if you're an adult and you're watching it with your kid, you're like, hold on.
Yeah.
So
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just even with the whole possibly getting high or whatever, it was still like this fun ass show with these young people that were solving fucking mysteries and being friends and rolling around in a van, and it was all kind of 60s vibe, but it still worked in 2020, in 2023.
You know,
Before this.
I think they really try to recreate the magic of Harley Quinn. 'Cause Harley Quinn on HBO Max is fucking hilarious, and they do it really well. Like it's bloody, it's gory. Like they talk about like sex and stuff like that, but it's like really well done. But like with this show, it was like just way over the top, and it didn't make any kind of sense.
yeah, especially like in the very beginning when she was just like literally afraid to solve shit. I was just like, hold on, this
Yeah.
is like literally that's the character. Like she solves shit, and for her to have some like crippling anxiety about solving things, I was just like, come on, guys, is this what we're doing here? Like,
And it's clear exactly what her gift is from her mom. Her mom left her something so she can find her. Like that shit's just
Yeah.
that's just written on the wall. It's like what's inside that box.
yeah,
And
but then she's like throwing it away and shit. So I was just like, this doesn't seem like this is so dumb. Like, why would you
Like open the fucking box.
Yeah, just open the box. Like,
well, the
So-
the whole thing with Norville and the aspect of him having this simping ass, love for her, but not kind of confessing, but kind of not with the joking. None of that fucking landed.
no,
The only part I laughed at was when Norton
Norville.
what's his name? Norl. When he pulled up to Velma's house and she's making out with Daphne, he's like, "Well, I guess she's not into my type of people or something like that." That's the only thing I laughed at. I can't remember exactly what he said, but that was the only thing that I thought was funny in the whole entire 2 episodes that they aired.
I'm about to say this is only 2 episodes. This is supposed to be like 10, 12 episodes.
Yeah.
So my thing is like I haven't seen this. So with all of the apprehension with Daphne's character, or not Daphne, Velma's character from like actually doing um spy shit, mystery shit, whatever. Is this a prequel series? Is this supposed to be before? Because apparently they're not Mystery Inc. at the time.
No,
So
they're not.
and
It's
there's no
prequel.
Scooby, so maybe this is what fuels her to become a detective. I don't know. I haven't seen the show.
That's giving them a huge benefit of the doubt that they don't really deserve at this point.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
They've
I don't know.
they've done that before in like movies and TV show where we get to see them
Yeah.
before they form Mystery Inc. So
if they're thinking this is a prequel and there's gonna be extra ones, then it's gonna go the way of that same fucking Tom Cruise movie with the monster franchise that
Oh,
I
The
called back
Mummy.
in the day. I was like, ain't gonna be no fucking franchise. The first one fails, so
Yep.
this one's failing.
Yeah. And then the other thing I'll say too is look at the stark difference between another 60s era show with the Addams Family, and then you get a remix with Wednesday, just
Yeah.
taking one character, and everybody fucking loved it because you had good writing, you had creative directing, good new characters, and all that other shit. And compare that to this one,
Yeah, it's
old
night and
established
day.
character. Yeah, come on. You need yourself a Jenna Ortega. That's what the fuck you need.
I
Dude,
was going to say this movie,
Yeah,
this show needs Jenna Ortega. Apparently, she was.
it's funny. Killer Frost in the chat said that that a pup named Scooby Doo is still forever one of the best amongst the Scooby Doo shows.
That
And
shit
I was
solid.
just thinking about the intro music, and that intro music was slap, man. That shit was hella good. But then it also made me think of like Little Shop of Horror. It had that kind of like that, what is it called, like doo-wop style singing in the intro, which was fucking dope.
The other thing I loved about the old school original Scooby Doo, like from the late 60s, early 70s, was you would have like the Globetrotters show the fuck up on that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I
They were
mean?
everywhere though.
Batman showed up.
Yeah, Batman show like you'd have fucking cameos out of nowhere. Like, holy shit, is Batman on Scooby Doo? This is great. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that
but
was awesome.
I mean, they continue that even into the 2000s when they had like Johnny Bravo with fucking.
They freaking have like the WWE show up. They have like a whole movie with
Yeah,
a lot of John Cena in
Hogan.
them.
Yeah, they had Hulk Hogan show up. They had all kinds of shit that happened. So,
Yeah, Space Ghost, all of it. So we'll see, but yeah, again, please do not hate watch this so that it becomes so successful we get a season 2. Like, don't do that. That's going to fucking suck.
It's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna see how bad it is.
If they can somehow take everything back and redo everything like they did Sonic, this show might have a chance. Because, like I said, the
It's too
animation
late.
is
It's already
fucking
out.
really good.
yeah, I'm about to say it's already out.
Well, remember that dumb shit they did with the Birds of Prey or whatever, where it came out and then like while it was still in theaters, 4 weeks later they said, we're gonna change the fucking name. Like we're gonna do a
my
mulligan
God,
on
that
this
was
shit.
so stupid.
I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't save nothing though.
No. It was bad.